Welcome back to the Bunch of Ink Sisters. I'm April.
And I'm Melissa.
And I am putting my sister in the hot seat today.
Ah.
I told her I wanted to do a video while we were together and that I had one question to ask her, and I was not asking her ahead of time. So
this is no clue.
This is her on the spot answer to the question, when is enough enough? I have enough laundry detergent to do a load of laundry every day for the next year and a half. When do I stop buying it?
I think that's enough.
But I'm getting it so cheap.
Oh, well, that does make a difference.
But when do I stop? Like, when do I say, okay, I'm going to stop buying laundry detergent and focus on something else? Like, I honestly do not know when to stop, because a deal is a deal and I'm going to use it. It's not like it's something that isn't going to get used. Unless the Lord comes home before I have washed all my laundry.
Hey, you never know.
I would love that. But when do I stop buying?
If it's a good deal,
Never.
Then I would say when you run out of space. I would limit you. Okay, like
you see my house. Space is not an issue here.
Like, okay, but you don't want laundry stuff in your kitchen. So I would say you have a laundry room. If you're talking laundry soap, I would say, okay, I have this shelf, or I have this much space on the shelf. When that is done, then I have to use one before I can buy another. Unless it is like an amazing deal, I wouldn't go beyond that.
Okay. Well, and that's the thing.
Because then you're hoarding.
Right. And this question came up with me talking to my oldest daughter, because she's the one who said, well, counting by the ounces and the loads on the bottle, I'm good for a year. And I was like, oh, I got to go check this out. And when I did, I was like, I can do a load of laundry every day for almost a year and a half. And I only do maybe 3 or 4 loads of laundry a week. That's including Dad, who isn't even here right now. So,
but see, my problem with that would be, that is the whole reason I don't buy liquid. Because I could do it. I do a load, say, to the 1 line. Ken could throw a load in and it's to the 3 line. And then I'll bring it to you and you do the 2 line.
Right.
So my now year and a half has gone to 8 months to then a year. And
well, and
you know what I mean? Like, every person does it differently.
That's what worries me, because these number of loads are based on just what the bottle says.
Yeah.
I use not even a quarter of an inch. I just barely cover the bottom of the thing that they give me. So I probably could double that. So realistically, I probably could do a load of laundry for at least 2.5 years and still have enough.
And you got to remember, you just got a washing machine, a new washing machine. And the new washing machine is bigger than your other one.
It is, but I put in my normal amount and I watched it because I wanted to see if it like bubbled up, what it did, because there had been some complaints of not enough water and clothes not coming out wet. And my water goes up and covers everything.
Huh.
There was maybe 2 out of the hundreds of reviews I read.
Yeah. So not in like your personal house, but on
the reviews. Okay. Someone had said that something to the effect of, if I wanted my clothes to come out dry and dirty like I put them in there, then yeah, this is a great washing machine. So I watched how much water it took. I watched to see if there was any sign that I had put soap in. Like, I don't expect bubbles galore or anything
Right.
like that, but you could tell that there was soap in there. So that was still using just the little bit that I used in my other washing machine.
Do you regularly see the sale price?
Well, that's the thing. That's what I said to Dominique. I said, the prices for sale items are always on a cycle.
Right.
Like, if we skip buying Purex today because instead of $19.99 after manufacturing coupons and whatever, we're going to pay a net of $5.99. Give it 5 or 6 weeks. We don't know exactly the cycle, but
Right.
it will cycle back around at either
Right.
Walgreens or CVS. So,
because that's something that I have to watch because of the places I go to, sometimes it's a major discount and I don't even see those lower prices again.
right.
You know, so you got to take into factor of, are they on a cycle? Are you at a place that does the cycle?
Yes, it
or
is
not?
It is not a like a warehouse. It's not any of those outlet places. It is
Yeah.
Walgreens and CVS and Dollar General. It's
Mhm.
those places of sales. So
So it is a place that's going to come back around.
correct.
Are you matching coupons with it?
Oh yeah, coupons, dollar rewards back.
Oh wow. See, I don't shop there enough to know.
That's my work computer.
Oh, I was like, what is
It's
that?
my work
noise?
computer. I told him not to call me, to text me first, because I was off today. So,
anyway, sorry guys.
little side note.
But I guess as long as you know you can get those prices on a regular basis and you can get those coupons that you're using,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't go crazy. I would, like I said, limit it to one area, and I wouldn't go beyond that unless, like, they start discontinuing things, discontinuing coupons, or something like that.
Yeah. It's easier to draw the line when it comes to food items because
you got the expiration
you
date.
got the expiration date and how many months after the expiration date do you want to go, kind of thing. So that helps me a lot. But with things that have no clear cut date,
that's when I have to go by space.
All right. I hadn't thought about space because space really, I mean, it's right now, a half a shelf in my garage, so it's not taking up a huge space because they're huge bottles.
Right.
And the ones that aren't huge bottles, if I have a huge bottle, they're never full all the way to the top. So if I have smaller bottles of the ones that are bigger, I'm dumping it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
so you're saving space that way.
Right. I just,
But when it comes to like, food wise, per se. Yes, I go by expiration date, but we also can a lot of stuff ourselves.
Right.
And so that's when I go by priority of what it is. I prioritize my protein over my sides.
Oh, okay.
So my priority is protein over any canned vegetables, over canned potatoes, canned rice, anything like that. Because we've got to have the protein.
Right.
So usually if I can find a deal on protein, I will get it, no matter how much I already have. Because of that factor. I can can it, I can freeze it, I can dehydrate it, all of that.
Right.
Now, if it's vegetables or like side type things, pastas or potatoes or rice, things like that, I put a cap on it. Like, because 6 months, a year, it's worth. And by that point, it's going to start going bad because it depends how much you're eating it, how much you're rotating it over. You jeopardize, even if you're eating through it, are you replenishing it behind it?
Right.
It's like, is it something you just need to eat while you were able to get it on sale? And it's not something you necessarily keep in stock all the time.
Right.
You know, you have to know your family and what you're eating and things like that.
Right.
For instance, Spam. Okay, I love Spam. Ken, he'll eat it, whatever. But if it's just me, that's kind of what I'm running into now. Is I get like 10 cans of Spam in my RV, and I can't eat Spam every day by myself.
Well, why aren't you bringing it to me?
But like, it's not that it's gonna go bad,
Right.
but it's taking up space.
Yeah.
That I can have something else that we both like, and keep that stocked.
Right.
You know, and Spam is not good for you to have every
No,
day.
it's not. It's not. That's why I try to only have one or
and-
two. Because if I have more than one or two, then I just want to eat it and eat it and eat it. But
Yes.
if I have 2 or 3, I never like to get down to less than 1 or
Right.
2.
1 is none, and 2 is 1.
Right.
But my thing was, it's a protein. So
Right.
I will never, if I can find it on sale, I'm never going to not get it.
Yeah.
If I can find it at a good price, I will always get it. Always. But right now, in the RV, I don't have space to put it.
Yeah.
So I'm having to look at things totally different now
Right.
than when I had a pantry closet
Right.
type deal. You know, like, I know I have stuff here at your house. I don't even know what I have here at your house. Not a clue.
Rice, canned vegetables, canned fruit,
Like, I was joking.
cleaning detergent.
Yeah. I probably replaced stuff that I had here.
Exactly.
But I was joking because I said, I think my dog has eaten more vegetables during this pantry challenge than I have. Because I was eating up, we were using up canned goods that we had in the pantry.
Right.
And she loves them. So, and they're good for her, you know, there's nothing wrong with them. And so I was giving them to her, you know, whatever. But I still have a bunch of them. And I'm like, I don't want to have any more corn.
Right.
I don't want to have any more carrots, you know?
Right.
And I mean, I get this way at this point of the year anyways, because I'm a garden person. I'm a seasonal person.
Right.
So I like to eat things fresh out of the garden and stuff like that. So I just get sick of eating the same things over and over again. But my Lenny don't care.
No,
You know,
no.
she'll eat anything at any point. So sometimes in order to cycle through my stuff, I do supplement, you know, with the dogs and whatever.
Yeah, I do too.
But you know, if I find a really good deal on something that is not in our normal rotation of food,
yeah,
I will limit the amount that we get to how long it's going to take us to get through it.
Yeah.
And if it goes beyond that, then that's when I look at, okay, what category is it? Is it a carb? Is it a protein? You know, whatever.
Right.
And then I also look at space. You know, you got to look at all 3 of those. Is it worth?
Yeah.
You know, do I have space for a whole case of Spam?
That's what I want for my birthday. A whole
Just a
case of Spam.
Can't make note of that. If you want to pick Spam, Mother's Day coming up.
Spam. I have not tried the no-name store-brand Spam.
Yeah, I don't care for it. And that's something you got to think about too. Don't go buying a whole case of something if you haven't even tried it.
Exactly. So I think when it comes to the laundry detergent, I will hold off where I am right now and maybe work it down to like half of what I have, you know, go through like half of it.
Mm-hmm.
And focus on some other things that are always cycled through every 2 or 3 weeks at CVS, like tampons and stuff, and start stocking up on tampons and body wash that Sam likes or that Dominique likes, and get a stock of those, because I don't have a stock of those at all.
Yeah. What else is in that same rotation as the laundry soap that you could supplement? Like, is it all toiletries at the same time?
No, it's like a different brand every week. So
Oh.
this week was Purex, next week might be Tide, and then Gain, and then Arm & Hammer, and then it'll go back to Purex.
Are you comparing the same ounces to make sure that you're not overpaying?
Yes. We're comparing the same ounces. We're comparing it to the Walmart price, the price that we can get at Amazon. We're comparing it to all the prices, and what gets us going back to the Walgreens or CVS or Dollar General is the rewards off the next sale.
Sure, yeah.
So like this week I
Are you sometimes when I do this, like I'll cash out with one and then I'll use those rewards on the next one, like immediately.
Sometimes I used to do that. I haven't done that since moving to South Carolina.
I guess it depends what it is. I didn't always do that, but I used to do it when they had the DiGiorno pizzas.
Oh yeah.
And they were like 2 for $10 or whatever with cash back. That's when I used to do it a lot.
So like this week, I think it was, I got 2 things of Fructis hair shampoo and conditioner, and they were 2 for $8, which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But then they had a $2 off coupon, which brought it down to $6.
Now these are digital coupons, right?
Yeah, either digital from the store or from the manufacturer. It's on their app, on CVS's app.
Because I don't get any physical coupons anymore.
No,
nobody does.
No physical coupons anymore.
I miss those days, man.
So 2 for $8. Then I don't remember exactly, but say it was a $2 off of 2. So that brought it down to 2 for $6.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was like a $2 CVS rewards.
Oh wow.
So it brought it down to 2 for $4.
Wow, that's a great deal.
Which, if you're looking, can I go get VO5 cheaper? Yes. Will I walk away with a huge knot in all my curls, no matter how much conditioner I use?
Yes.
So, it's a pricier brand. There are ones cheaper, but I can only use the cheaper ones every so often.
Right.
In between.
Why do you want to stockpile something that you're not really going to use?
Right.
Everybody says stockpile rice and beans. Well, if you don't like rice and beans.
Right. Which I don't like rice, so I'm never buying rice.
Then don't stockpile it.
Right.
You stockpile what you know you like.
Right.
Or else you're wasting your money. And you're wasting space. And you're wasting time and everything else.
Right.
You want to make sure you're stockpiling what you eat.
Yeah.
But I loved it. That list that we got last year. And I want to see if I can find it again. If anybody has it, let me know.
I'm sure we have it linked in that
somewhere,
video.
Yeah. Because like it took it by sections. So say laundry soap. Okay. So we're talking about laundry soap. And you have enough laundry soap. Well, do you have enough dryer sheets?
No. So that
do you have toilet paper? Do you have soap or body wash or things like that? Like I liked how it sectioned out a bunch of different things all within that one category.
Right.
So it makes you think, because you automatically think of those things that you buy the most of.
Right.
But you still need the other things as well.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's good to have those things that you can think on a whole entire section.
Right.
And not just one particular item.
Right.
Like when we first got into, not necessarily prepping, but like just like having a pantry and a stockpile, it was okay. You want to focus on, you want a 1 month supply in your house. So what we did was say once a week we have spaghetti. Okay.
Yeah.
So then that means we need 4 boxes of pasta and at least 4 jars of sauce.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So you would buy your 4 jars of sauce, and then the next week you would buy 4 boxes of pasta, and then you'd go to your next meal, and you buy it in months worth sections, a little bit at a time, so that then you'll have a full week's worth of meals. You'll have a month's supply of 4 weeks
Yep.
with meals.
That makes sense.
But you make your core meals plan, you know, and then you just purchase, like I said with spaghetti. You knew you needed,
right.
say you even want 1 pound of pasta, 2 jars of sauce, and a jar of shaky cheese.
Yes.
Okay, so those 4 things you need a full month's supply of before you move on to the next one. So you would need 4 boxes of pasta. You would need 8 jars of sauce, because 2 per box. And then you would need 4 jars of Parmesan cheese.
So I think that, so March, I think, is probably going to be the last month that I am specifically cutting back on the grocery budget.
Yeah, because I got to start, I can continue to cut back for March, but I got to start replenishing just for the factor of it's getting my anxiety up.
Right.
Because I'm not used to focusing on it like that.
Right.
I am still very much in the stockpile mode. But I do want to start stockpiling different things.
Right.
Like right now I can't focus on canning because I don't have any of my canning stuff in the RV.
Right.
But can I get a can of dehydrated cheese or dehydrated eggs or vegetables or fruit or things like that, freeze dried even or something like that? That jar of freeze dried strawberries is maybe a little bit more expensive, maybe like $8. Right. But it's good for 25 years.
Right.
So if I can stockpile things in a different form, you know, it goes more into the long-term storage than the short-term storage. And I can still feel like I am feeding my family, taking care of my family in the future. Yeah. As well as the present without the anxiety of eating through all your current food, you know, because we still would then have not just what is current, but what's in our short-term pantry, but then we have our long-term pantry as well. Right. So having those multiple stages, you know, we keep saying our backups have backups. Right. You know, like we're on propane right now. So we have electric, but we have propane as well. So we have our propane full, but we also have an electric heater that we have bought. So we have that as a backup, you know, to our propane. Right. So we have like a couple different heating options or cooking options for whatever we need. Yeah. And it's the same way with food. You know, you can just, in toiletries and whatever household items, you got to keep those different stages in place. Right.
So I think in April, I'll start looking at food the way you just said, like if we eat this once or twice a month, you know, how much of a backup do I want?
You'll be surprised. It builds up fast.
Yeah, I'm sure
how often do you buy just 1 jar of salt?
I don't. And see,
I always buy at least 2.
Well, then that's the thing with me. Like, I have been not spending grocery money, but as I'm walking through the grocery stores now, I'm like, oh, I should buy this. And it's not because I need it. It's because I'm used to just always buying it. Right. Whenever I go to the grocery store every single week before this year, I always bought ground beef. Yeah. And just put it in the freezer. Just keep putting it in the freezer. I always bought, you know, 3 or 4 things of spaghetti sauce when I got down to 2, you know. There are things that I just always bought whether I needed or not. And
that's not bad.
It's not bad.
But with the spaghetti scenario, you could add in a pound of ground meat per box of pasta too, or 2 pounds of ground meat. Right. You know, and you just add that into your list. But you start with coming up with 1 meal, and then you write down everything you need for that 1 meal. And then you get 1 month's supply of it. Once you have that, then you go to your next meal. Or you increase it to 2 months supply that you have on hand, depending on what way you're looking at it. You
right,
know,
right,
if you don't necessarily have space, then maybe you go towards a different meal instead of quantity. You know,
right,
you think of, well, I don't know what the word is, but it's variety
right.
over quantity.
Yes,
You know, because you can turn a variety in and out quicker
exactly.
than necessarily a quantity. Now, if you have space, you keep building. You can get 1 month's supply and then go to 3 months, 6 months, a year. You know,
I have a whole room I could make. You know, and space is not the issue here.
yeah.
You know,
But you don't want to have so much that it ends up going back.
exactly.
Because if you don't take care of it and you don't turn things over, you know, I mean, you're asking for trouble.
Exactly.
Because then you're just wasting.
Right. And that's what I think would happen if I made like my stockpile. Because I'm just one person, only half of my huge closet is being used. So if I made the other half of my closet, my stockpile, that's up on the second floor. I would end up always just eating what's on the first floor because that's where my kitchen is. And
I got into a habit of shopping out of my closet. I make my grocery list. I'd go shopping in my closet. And then I'd go to the grocery store.
That's what Kimmy does from She's in Our Apron.
Yeah.
I love looking at her stockpile.
She's on a whole I'm down here. She's like up here and beyond.
She's definitely a year or more of prepping. But she's got things available to her that I don't.
Correct. And she also does that long-term storage, like I was saying about the freeze-dried items and things like that.
Yep.
So it depends on where your focus is.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I think it's safe to say my focus was on laundry detergent.
I think it's safe to say you can go into something else.
I think it's time to move on to something else. We'll go from laundry detergent to tampons.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Toilet paper. Think of everybody, maybe, but.
I already have 1.5 years of toilet paper.
Okay. Well,
so I'm good on toilet paper because I buy toilet paper every year by the case with my state tax return.
Okay.
So I got a case 2 weeks ago. It is on the shelf. The shelf is full, and that shelf lasts us over a year.
That reminds me, I have a package of toilet paper here, don't I?
Yes.
Okay. I need to bring that home with me. I'm almost out.
Okay. See, she does know some of the things she has at my house. So, all right. This was very helpful to me. I don't know that it was helpful to anybody else, but you know, I think it's good that we talk things through on camera so that you all can help us. Because I'm sure our two brains are in each own lane, and your brain might be in a totally different lane.
Yeah. That
could shed a light and be like, whoa, how come we never thought of that?
I do think it would benefit us and, you know, the Budgeting Sisters community family to get that list back out and maybe start working on that list like in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be good. I think that
especially
would be good to do.
Yeah. You might want to do it a little bit in March.
Yeah, seems that we're going to Maine in April. That's scary.
You don't want to.
I don't want to be stockpiling in Maine.
No, you want to stockpile before then. But stockpile a month's worth of stuff.
Right.
Because you're going to be gone a month.
And then we get into, is it worth it to buy that Sam's membership for $20 right now because it's on sale?
Just because it's on sale doesn't mean it's a deal.
I know. And do we have space?
No.
Well, I don't. You do. But I don't.
I do, but.
Unless I took over one of your bedrooms.
Well, you could. But when you move back, are you going to be close enough that you're going to come get it?
Well, I would hope so. I would hope I'm not going cross country.
Well, no, but is 4 hours a good enough drive? Like, what are you saving?
Depends on how good of a deal it is.
For gas in your big vehicle, it would have to be free. It'll be my efficient car car, loading up your stuff, and driving the 4 hours to
Yeah,
bring you what
probably.
you want.
Yeah, or dad. You know.
And then we wouldn't have any place to sleep because there's no room in the RV for us. So we'd have to get a hotel to bring you your cheap food. No.
Oh man, the plan's already out the window.
I see what you're doing. Let's get a deal. Store it at April's. So she has to drive to come see me to bring me my stuff.
Well, yeah.
Pay for her own hotel.
Yeah.
And her own gas. And while she's there, we're going to want to go to the bookstore.
You know,
It's costing me a lot. You don't need no Sam's membership.
Okay.
You're not allowed to store nothing at my house. No more. Unless you are within a 20 to 30 minute drive.
Wait, I'm already out of that.
And you're not taking your stuff.
That's true. I don't even know what's here.
Exactly. So I just keep using it. And she'll never know.
Saving us both money.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Georgia wants to come in.
I think so.
I think it's time for my patient to get her medicine. So thank you all for watching.
Yes.
When is enough enough? We want to know your opinion, and we will catch you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.